Today is Friday, September 17th, 2021. Welcome to Therapy Season 3. On November 6th, 2016, I posted the following on Facebook. Hey everyone, I voted for Gary Johnson, and I'm really proud of myself. That's all. So that was a lie.
You liar!
I can't even tell you right now what Gary Johnson looks like. It just seemed like a cool thing to say at the time. Voting third party was like super hip, so rebellious, so resistant. And in 2016, I just didn't vote. I had two options. One was Trump, who at the time was mocking a disabled person, so that was a no-go. Also, it's Trump. The "you're fired" guy.
Come on, man.
What do I look like? The other option was Hillary Clinton, who, when she wasn't pandering for black votes, you know what? I'll do the work for you.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I
yes.
just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
She literally got called out for pandering to black people and then said, "Is it working?" No. So there it is. Short session today, huh? Enjoy the outro.
Thank you so much for listening to this session of Therapy made possible by Anchor.
You wanted to know about this election. Okay. Before you listen any further, make sure you listen to session 53 first. It's basically half my reason. Did you listen? Are you caught up? I'll give you a second. Go listen to it. Come back. Did you do it? Don't lie to me. Okay. So, 2020, the year of the pandy. Do we actually vote this time? Do we just lie again? That's the crazy thing about voting, by the way, and I've said this before. No one will ever actually really know. There's no downside to just lying, especially if the majority of voters like who you lied about voting for.
Liar!
I know, you liar. But now that Biden has proven in under a year that he just can't hold it together, it's time to come clean. I didn't vote for Biden, which isn't a surprise. I teased it at the end of last week, and don't flip out. I didn't vote for Trump either.
Oh, thank God.
Why would I vote for this guy?
I have a great relationship with the blacks.
By the way, people who have a great relationship with the blacks don't say shit like, I have a great relationship with the blacks. So who did I vote for? No one. Didn't do it. You can't make me. And you can't make me feel bad about it either. I don't care. Riddle me this, you pure virtuous spirit you. If someone told you you could either take a punch in the stomach or a kick in the knee, if someone asked, would you rather have your arms gone or your legs gone? If you had to watch your son die or your daughter die, Jesus, dude, which would you pick? If neither was an option, would you choose it? Why should I have to vote for someone I don't like? Why? No, really. No, like actually, why? Why would I do that? Why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? Trump was president for 4 years. I survived. If he got reelected, I think I'd make it 4 more. Biden got elected. He's doing a terrible job. But am I going to make it? Yeah, I think I'm going to be okay. I'm employed. I'm engaged. My cat eats. My Xbox turns on. My car starts. I made 2 3-pointers in a row yesterday.
Wow.
I don't care who the president is. And you know the coolest thing about it all? I don't have friends or family who are going to shame me about it because my life is awesome. Do you know how hard it would be for me to sleep at night knowing I voted for Biden, who's checking his watch when he's supposed to be honoring the Marines who were killed in a terrorist attack? Joe Biden, who left hundreds of Americans stranded in Afghanistan. Joe Biden, who presides over an administration who thinks it makes sense for me to wear a mask while I'm playing basketball on a court by myself away from everyone. I'm sitting in a room in the library right now, and I'm looking at a sign that says I need to keep this mask on at all times. There's no one in this room but me. But that's the country we're in. That's Joe Biden's country. Does it make sense? No. I should have went way harder here. I will argue with any scientist. Why am I wearing a mask right now? How can I sleep at night knowing that I'm supposed to be wearing a mask after I'm vaccinated to protect who exactly? How am I supposed to sleep at night with a president who can't speak, who hides, who's always tired or sad or angry, and will embarrass us internationally if he has to speak off script for 5 minutes? No, I'm not going to do it. You won't make me. You won't shame me. I'm not going to do it. Don't care. If you want me to vote, give me someone good to vote for. Is that a crazy request? Is that super controversial? Am I a crazy conspiracy theorist? I compiled a list of 20 more clips showing just how bad Joe Biden is in front of a mic. Just from this summer, but I'm not going to put you through it. Some of them are funny, but most of them are just embarrassing. Even more embarrassing than the ones I showed last time, or let you listen to last time, because he's actually president now. I remember a year or two into Trump's presidency, I saw people coming to terms with the regret that they felt having voted for Trump. If I voted for Biden in 2020, I would have felt that regret within months. He didn't beat COVID. He didn't bring back the economy. There's still crisis at the border, crisis in Afghanistan, crime is up, business is understaffed. And these new COVID guidelines, let me just like kindergarten this for you. I was given the impression that bills that are being pushed or laws that are being passed that disproportionately affect black people, they are racist. That's what we're saying about these voter suppression and anti-voting rights bills. I read them. The word black or African American or Negro or colored or people of color, those words did not show up in it. So why are these voter suppression laws, quote unquote, why are they racist? Apparently, because they are taking effect in areas that disproportionately affect black people. Now, I don't fully agree with this, but let's say for the sake of this conversation, I do. I do agree. When Texas and Georgia and wherever else, when they pass these laws that make it harder for people to vote, let's say they are 100% racist. They are racist. They're bad. Now, if you say that you can't eat at a certain restaurant or go to certain events or participate in certain areas of society unless you are vaccinated, and the demographic that is least likely to be vaccinated is black, how is this not racist? I watched a video yesterday of a black family being denied service at a restaurant over vaccination status. Doesn't matter if they wanted to sit outside, sit in a corner, sit away from people. You black people can't eat here because of your medical status? What exactly is happening right now? And why isn't anybody talking about how weird it is? Joe Biden is the leader of the Democratic Party. He is president. He's their guy. They put him up. 81 million people voted for him. You know these people. I know these people. I was not one of those people. And I don't care, by the way.
Don't care, still don't care.
This divisiveness, we really need to be honest about where it's coming from. First, you heard Trump voters are bad. Then it was Trump supporters are bad because Trump left office. So they were like, who do we attack now? Oh, people that voted for Trump. I know he's not there, but if you voted for Trump in 2016 or 2020, you're bad. You're a bad person. Then black people get killed. And if you back the cops, if you say Blue Lives Matter, if you actually just support or defend police officers at all, you're the problem. Bootlickers are bad. Then it was just Republicans in general. If you vote Republican, you're a bad person. Now it's like anybody with even conservative values, those people are bad. And here's the thing. There are a lot of instances where I fell into this trap. There was a time where I thought, this Trump guy kind of sucks. If you voted for him, you must not really care about the fact that he sucks. But then I got over it. I was like, there's only two options. What are you going to do? And especially after he left office, I was like, what's the point in getting mad about Trump voters? He's gone. He's not coming back for at least 4 years. And when he does, he's going to be pushing 80 and no one's going to vote for him. You think he's deranged now? Imagine if he tries to run again. But this divisiveness, it all seems to be coming from one area. I see Republicans and conservatives tweeting, and I talk to these people when I'm doing Lyft every day. They aren't alienating other people from society. Wait, it goes farther. Then it was like anti-maskers. Now it's anti-vaxxers. Now I'm vaxxed, and if I don't wear a mask, I'm being lumped in with the red team. What the hell is this? I don't like Trump just as much as the next guy. But if it's pouring down raining and a guy in a MAGA hat gives me a free umbrella, thank you, sir. It's okay. I appreciate that. Some liberals act like they wouldn't buy Girl Scout cookies off a girl who has a pro-life mother. I just don't see what one thing has to do with the other. I'm not here to just slam liberals. They're outrageous, far-right lunatics, i.e. January 6th. In a future session, I'm going to talk about some crazy conservatives I've talked to who talked about the chip in the vax and how there's foreign metals in it and how it's going to make you infertile or it's going to give you a rash that you can never quite get rid of, whatever. Those people are few and far between, though. They exist, they're annoying, but there aren't very many of them. They're loud, but there's just not that many. And at least these people generally don't try to shame me into voting for someone that sucks. No conservative I've ever seen or heard or met in my entire life has tried to convince me to vote for Donald Trump or tell me that he's like a good person. No one thinks that. Literally, his own voters don't think he's like nice. They're just like, hey, tells it how it is. Democrats will look me right in my eyes and tell me there is nothing wrong with Joe Biden. This man is pushing 80. He was wandering around in a cafeteria at the G7 summit, lost. International news media is laughing at him. They think he's pitiful. He's fallen up the stairs. I saw a clip of him sniffing his wife's hand while she was talking. I see him rubbing little girls' shoulders. He's sniffing little girls' heads. He's barely alive. The man's barely alive. Trump voters tell me, oh, he's not a nice guy by any means. I mean, I didn't even go as far as to say he's an asshole, but gas is lower. He didn't let other countries bully us. That Kim Jong-un, he kicked his tail. And the economy? Yeah! I mean, come on. You saw the economy. I don't really know what that means. I can't really visualize the economy in my head while I'm talking about it. But, I understand that a good economy doesn't make up for being a bad human being. But at least I understand it. I understand the Trump pitch. He's a bad person, but his policy isn't world ending because he was president for 4 years and now he's gone and we're okay. Joe Biden is trying to take my black card.
And you ain't black.
And Trump said COVID would go away like a magical miracle when summer came last year. They both suck. And you aren't better than me for voting for either one of them. And I'm just not doing it anymore. Not going back and forth with people about how important it is for me to vote for one terrible person over another very weird, old, bad, poor speaking person. One last thing I want to say about Trump, because I really, truly, honestly never want to talk about this man again unless he's back on the internet, he's running for office, or he dies. I don't want to do it. I hate talking about Trump because some of my least favorite people are the people that cannot let this man go. He is really living in their head rent free. I never think about Trump unless I am doing this podcast or doing research about Joe Biden and his name just happens to pop up. I've tried to mute Donald Trump's name in every single possible capacity on Twitter, and Twitter will not let me. I didn't even plan on talking about this, but give me 1 second. I just want to read something to you guys. Worried Trump. Why Trump? Where is Trump? Trump was right. Trump Taliban. Trumpism. Trump 2024. Trump in 2024. Trump administrations. Trump administration. Trump. President Donald Trump. Old Trump. New Trump. MAGA. How Trump. Hatred for Trump. Donald Trump. Blame Trump. Arrest Trump now. Trump was right. Trump's Taliban. Trump 2024. Trump. Taliban. Trump. Arrest Trump now. Some of those are doubled because I also had to put the hashtag before them because that's how much I'm trying to avoid Trump. I don't want to ever see his name again. I don't care about the man. He's not doing anything. He's not even on the internet. He's not president. He's not in office. He's not running. He's not doing anything to me. I don't want to talk about him anymore. This is the last time I want to do it. I'm so serious. I hate talking about this man. He's irrelevant. He's not here. The last thing I want to say about Trump, a lot of people say the worst thing that he ever did was kill 500,000 people with COVID. I think that is literally one of the dumbest things you could possibly say. There are so many good, valid reasons to hate Trump, but saying that he killed people with COVID, maybe in the first couple months, you could say he downplayed it and it cost lives. COVID really started popping in March of 2020. If somebody got COVID and died in April, May, even June, that's on Trump. I'm okay with that. But you're telling me if somebody got COVID in October of 2020 and died, that's Trump's fault? You're telling me they didn't know by then? You're blaming that one on Trump? You're out of your mind. Look outside. Access the internet. Look alive. You should not have been waiting on him to save you. Let's not be willfully ignorant here just for the sake of more Trump hate. Trump's rhetoric in regards to COVID is what really lost me. Up until the pandy started, Trump had really done nothing to me. His policy wasn't screwing up my life. When people started dying and he was playing it off, that is like unforgivable. But 3, 4, 5, 10 months after COVID became a thing, if someone is catching it, that is 100% on them. I just don't understand what Trump has to do with that at that point. People used to say things like, I just don't understand why Trump won't shut down the country. You want a president to even have the power to do something like that? What are you talking about? The idea that some people actually want Joe Biden to literally tell 50 states and 300 million people exactly what to do at any given time, you lost me. I don't even think we can have a conversation at that point. If you're the type of person that thinks that one human being that is almost 80 years old should have that much power over our lives, like that is too much. I don't even know how you made it that far in this podcast. I don't know what to tell you. That's just an absurd contention. I will not engage. I'm going to end this session with a few posts I made on Facebook that weren't lies, and I still stand by. I'm going to do a little bit of commentary on it, and then I'll leave you alone until next week. In September of 2020, I said, I think some people make opposing Trump like a part of their character and identity. It makes them feel like they're one of the good people, like they're a hero. I like to believe I'm a rational person with a decent moral compass. His behavior disgusts me to the point where even if politically he's better, not saying he is, I couldn't do it. If someone does want to vote for Trump, despite the image above, and the image above that I'm referring to is him mocking that disabled guy, I'm never going to let that go. That's crazy. Can't believe that happened. And a lot of other stuff he's done. I don't automatically assume they're a bad person for voting for him. I just assume they think his politics or presidency is beneficial for them and their family and their needs. His antics are worth it if their lives are improved. That's America. That's politics. That's the power of the vote. And I'm not going to shame anyone for that. I stand by literally all of that. Stop making being a Trump hater a core part of your personality. You ever tell somebody when your birthday is? And they're like, oh my God, mine's like in the same month. Like I'll tell somebody, oh, my birthday's coming up. It's August 5th. And they're like, mine's on the 21st. Okay. Or someone saying like, oh, I love chocolate syrup on my ice cream. Or that Michael Jackson song is pretty catchy. And you hate Trump. Yeah, a lot of people share these sentiments. Like, you're not special. Please, I'm begging you, shut up. If I say that, like, I was born on August 5th and you were born on, like, July 28th, and you're like, Leo season, yeah. Like, you're lame. I don't like that. Stop it. I'm getting so off topic. I'm sorry. I should cut all that out. Nah, I'm gonna let people get mad at you. You're good. I had a couple more posts that I wanted to go through, but I think that this post truly encapsulates how I feel in the best way. Some of you treat modern day politics like your religion, and it's very odd. I see people treating Trump supporters like racists treat people of color, and that's very unsettling. Talking down to people like they're a second-class citizen because of their vote may sound really cool and make you popular in your own little echo chamber, but you're just screaming that you won't get along with like half the people in the country before you even meet them. If you still think everyone who voted for Trump is doing it because they like him as a person, you're being willfully ignorant or intentionally misleading. Not caring who is president isn't always a sign of privilege or lack of compassion. Some people have grown up in a culture where their life isn't dictated by politics. Their family and friends thrive regardless of who is in government, or they believe in powers higher than that. I just think people's reaction to his existence is more indicative of their attitude on life, and I find it both fascinating and just weird. If you truly think you're a better, more sophisticated, more respected and sexy human being because you picked one old white dude over another old white dude, or that chick who never had a chance, I'm talking about Jo Jorgensen, you're not. Also, politicians don't care about you that much. Red, blue, gold, they don't care. Oh, and your vote for president means essentially nothing if you live in Tennessee, which would be red if you and literally everyone you've ever known voted Biden. Shout out the Electoral College. Yeah, if you're in California or New York, dude, we know who got the state. You don't have to scream about it. If you're in Tennessee or Texas or Alabama, make all the angry posts you want and tweet till your fingers hurt. We know what color the state is, or I don't love Zaxby's. Wow, incredible joke. And don't forget, I just want to reiterate this. Politicians do not care that much about you. They are essentially your employee. Like, your taxes literally pay their salary. You should not be idolizing them. They're just as smart or as dumb as anyone you know. I don't care how much Twitter engagement or TV time they get. They aren't better than you. They aren't better than me. And like, I feel like I'm just going on and on and on. I don't want to stop because I don't want to forget anything. And I just don't want to have to revisit this again. but whatever. I've done enough. I think I've made my point. I just didn't vote because I think voting for someone you don't like for the sake of the greater good or whatever just makes so little sense to me. And if you are going to vote locally. That stuff is going to have a lot more impact on you. You know, people like your governors and senators and your mayor, like those people are actually impacting your day-to-day life. Like your roads, the buildings in your area, the businesses in your area, those are the people you can actually rely on. Anybody that has like a baseline understanding of American politics understands that a lot of times state and local governments have more power over your life than the federal, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. It's not my job to teach you about the government. I don't know, whatever. I'm rambling. I'll be back Monday with something more fun, I promise. I love you. I mean it. Enjoy the outro.
Thank you so much for listening to this session of Dare Be Made Possible by Anchor. We are now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. New sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Intro beat is by Cosmic. Outro beat is by
Ricey K.
This guy isn't even really a rapper. I really hope he doesn't start. Coming for the throne, King Joffrey. Yeah, they mad, but they won't stop me. Whoa, I've been going hard like Ronnie, but I'm not here to tear the house up. No, but no, I've been through it. No, I didn't lose it. I just been grinding like off the mic, like on my own. Just been in the booth like Superman before a fight. Now I got the juices, taste it right. No, I spit the truth, I keep it tight. How hard is he working? Hard enough to make Gordon Ramsay cry.
Unbelievable. One simple request, and you make a big fucking song and dance about it.
I am the chosen, I am not going. I got plenty that I plan to do. This boy is clutch, he ain't choking. Success, it's not random, dude. Better catch the flight with us, because it is leaving soon. Afghan vibes, once we leave you dead as season 2. It's season 3. R.I.P. Killed the beat, and it's easy. Somebody check on Breezy. Everything better when it's cheesy, except like cereal.